Nice one. All right. Okay, Mr. Jah Digga, yeah.
Yes.
I got a story for you. Right. Okay, it's 1 a.m. You're in the casino, man. You're on the roulette table. There's a Chinese lady next to you. Yeah, she's winning, like
Clearing up.
She's kissing everyone around the table on the face. COVID times as well.
Yeah.
But she's winning a lot. Like, you look down at the chips there, you see stacks of hundreds, right? And there's that smell from the toilets, that perfumey smell, like lingering, and it's just lingered coming through. You got 200 quid in chips. Yeah. Which numbers do you put them on? Or do you get up and bounce?
No, I'm putting them on numbers. I'm getting my numbers. I've got my numbers. My numbers 0, 27, 11, and 4.
Yeah. Could you say why, or is that just...
No, yeah, because it's just they're the numbers I stick with. 11, that's my brother's birthday. 27th, my birthday. 4th, my mum's, and 0's just it comes in for me. So you know what I mean. Like, you got to stick with it. If it comes in for you. You know what I'm saying?
The birthdays as well. I do the birthdays.
And you know, it's funny. You have to stick with your numbers, because I've tried to change. Like when it's not coming in for me, I've tried to change the numbers, and as soon as I've changed, what goes and happens? Yeah. The numbers come in. So it's a piss take, you know what I'm saying? So you have to just stick with your numbers and just hold out, you know what I mean?
No matter what happens, yeah. If they come through, they do. If they don't, they don't. But I'm betting them. I remember one time I went into the casino at like 1. Everyone went home, yeah. I thought, right, I'm just going to put all of my money left on 9, which is my birthday. And I did. And guess what came through on the table next to me?
Oh, that's a wound.
I put I think it was like 50 quid. So what would that have been? That would have been like 180.
No, it'd be more than that.
Yeah. It'd be
more
like
than that.
1,800.
Yeah. It's addictive, fam. Like, you know what I mean? Because but you see, when you're chasing, what I've learned now, when you're chasing, yeah, you just have to call it a day, because it can man up. You know what I'm saying? It can turn from 100 quid, and next minute, you know, you're 800 quid down, then it's 1,000 quid down. You know what I'm saying? So it's the chasing game's a mad game still. It's a mad game.
And you walk out of that casino, it's late outside, and you got that feeling, empty pockets,
Imagine,
empty stomach.
It's mad.
But do you think, and this is what I think we're going to talk about a bit, do you think like creativity and addiction,
it's a dangerous game?
They're strongly related, aren't they?
100%. It's a dangerous game, Carl. Like he says, creatives, their mind's always on the go, and they always see a way. You know what I mean? They always see a way. So with an addiction now, if you always see a way, you're always going to try a thing. You know what I'm saying? You're always going to try a thing, and if you're trying, like with gambling then, if you're always trying and putting on your P, because you feel like I'm gonna get this one, it's gonna come for me. Yeah. Like I said, you can be 800 quid down, you can be, I know man that have 25 grand in debt, fam, like, you know what I'm saying, 25k, like, you know what I'm saying, going home to the missus like, lost it all, you know what I'm saying. So it's a gambling thing. It's a serious thing. Like, you have to get it under wraps, fam, car. It can be a mad thing. Big time.
All of these. And I've noticed, like, if it's not gambling, it's liquor or
yeah, and there's so many things like with addictions. There's so many small things that we're addicted to. Social media, fam, like sugar, fam, like sugar. You know what I'm saying? Liquor, drugs. There's I can guarantee that soon as people wake up their eyes, what's the first thing we do?
Check the phone, man.
Check the phone. That's just on autopilot, fam. That's the first thing most people do. Yeah. That's an addiction, fam. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, you know what I'm saying? That's like, if we was doing that, smoking cigarettes, first thing we do is smoking a cigarette, which some people do. Yeah. It's the same thing, you know what I'm saying?
It's mad. I read something about, you know, when you complete a game, a level of a game, you get to the next stage, there's a release of dopamine in your head. Yeah. The same thing happens when you get like a like on like an Insta
the
thing.
validation thing.
Same validation,
Yeah, the validation thing.
And I have a theory, I don't know, you might disagree, but I have a theory that people are becoming a little like less creative because of the outlets to put creative things on. Like,
what do you mean? Break it down.
So all of these social media platforms, like Insta, like TikTok now, They're meant to be a place for creativity.
Yeah.
But actually, because of the activity on them, because of the speed of
It's
validation,
just,
it's actually lacking creativity
yeah,
completely.
properly. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like it's because it's so there is creativity on there, but not till it's fulfilled. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not to its maximum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just that quick thing.
Yeah. Like how many times you go on the reels and you see like a random girl in somewhere in the world doing the exact same dance move? Do you see this?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They do the
All
exact
the
same,
time.
and they all do the same dance moves
All the time.
And it's it. It's like there's millions of them just doing the same dance move over and over again.
Fam, it's mad. Like it's mad. But like, going back to like the addiction thing, yeah. It's crazy, fam. Cause the urge, you know, the rush, like of not knowing, of the uncertainty. Like, yo, is the number gonna come from it, or you know what I'm saying? Like, is it gonna come from it? And that urge, it's a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
Because I feel it in myself. Like, no, it's one more time, one more time, and it's always one more time.
Yeah.
Until man are flat at me. You know what I'm saying? It's
I've got a different kind of. It is gambling, but it's a different form. So I've taken it from that form and put it into cryptocurrency, which is gambling.
It is gambling.
But it's a bit more stable, but it's still a gamble.
Yeah.
And like you say, the first thing I check on in the morning is like
The crypto thing.
Crypto on the phone.
Everyone's getting into that crypto thing now. I see everyone like on this trading thing, on this. I don't really get it yet still, but a lot of my brethren, they're on the same thing, the
I'll
trading
chat to
thing.
you. I'll hook you up with some good ones.
Is it good? Yeah. Have you profited?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. Being like,
So it's a real thing.
Yeah. It's good. It's like there's definitely ways of making money, but there's some safe ones, long-term ones.
Yeah.
It's better than banks.
Yeah.
Banks are gonna just go.
Yeah, 'cause it's mad. Like the world's literally changing before our eyes, mate. Like 10 years ago, we wouldn't have been like, none of this was. You know what I'm saying? None of this was kind of like even a thought. Like now, it's like banks. Like you're saying, banks are gonna be going. Friggin' the internet's the TV now. You know what I'm saying? From like paper money's gonna be, you know what I mean, nothing. So we're gonna be digital. You know what I'm saying? So it's just literally the world is changing in front of our eyes, bruv. Like, and it's crazy times. It's crazy times we're living in.
Big time. You know that DJ Khaled song that came out with Jay-Z
and Nas.
So Nas says, because he's got money in Coinbase.
The line.
That's when people do lally. Like people were like, oh, we need to buy or sell.
We're on it, yeah. And that's the influence, innit? Again, influence, like from Nas saying that one line, there's so many people now will jump on it. But you know what it is? It's like with everything though, you can't jump on something that without researching it for yourself, fam. Like, because it's another dangerous game to play, you know what I mean? Like you're not gonna just, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna walk into a building and you don't know what the building is, you know what I'm saying? Or you have to research, you have to know what you're doing, basically.
Yeah, man.
And I feel like a lot of people are just not doing the research, bruv.
You know, yeah, that's it. Like now it's like reading's become like a thing, like a chore, and that's where the real information is.
That's the way it is.
It's like if you
in the books.
Yeah, now if you're ahead of the herd if you read. How mad is that?
And that should be a norm, fam. Like, that should be a norm. Like reading, and that should be a norm. But like you said, it's become a chore. People don't pick up no books no more, fam. No one don't want to pick up a book and read it, fam. You know what I'm saying? The world's it's a crazy place out there, fam. But we have to just navigate and understand. You know what I'm saying? What we're doing. We have to navigate, man, and to survive out here. Because like, yo, this pandemic thing. Yo, the mental health thing, like, there's so much people are depressed, so much. Like I'm saying, we're living in a crazy time. Like, we're actually witnessing history, fam. Like, we're living through history. You know what I'm saying, fam? Like, because obviously, what was that one before? The Spanish flu. Was it the Spanish flu?
Yeah.
Years ago, 1920 or something like that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, we hear about them things, like, in books. You know what I mean? Like, in 100 years' time, this is going to go down in history, fam. Like, you know what I mean? Yo, the COVID-19... lock that, you know what I'm saying? The world stops, you know what I'm saying? The world was indoors and we're living through it, from like, it's a crazy thing.
How have you been like dealing with it in like terms of like creative? Because you've been active.
Yeah, I've been active. It's been ups and downs, really. It's been ups and downs. It's been good, like networking and working with other creatives, because everyone's got time. Everyone's got their time now. Everyone's indoors. Everyone's on their phones. Everyone's accessible. You know what I mean? That's the word. Everyone's accessible. So in that aspect, I've been connecting with people and just, you know what I mean? We've been going back and forth, collaborating. But internally, like, it's been up and down. Days I've like, because we're going back to work now, like proper going like outside again. I find it hard, bruv. Like to get motivated because I've been working from my yard indoors. Find it kind of like, you know, it's mad. Well, that should be a normal thing. You know what I'm saying? Like go to work like I used to go to work, but I went to a little shindig the other day where people are just dancing and whatnot. It felt mad. Being around people dancing and that, you know what I'm saying? It felt like I was not supposed to be. I wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And that's it's a mad thing. A lot of the man them are suffering, like, you know what I mean, in a dark space. Fam, like,
it ain't easy. And then like the only way of escaping is through a screen because you got to see some sort of different reality to what's around you. So you're spending all the time. Well, in fact, Leica, who's filming this, I won't call her out, but she said one of her mates spends. Just the hours on the phone. It's 10 hours.
Yeah.
10.
Because you can do that on your phone, innit? Yeah.
Yeah. It's mad. Now it's like exacerbated that. But when you say you went to like shindig, I can't wait. I can't wait to have that opportunity.
Yeah.
It's coming soon.
Yeah, I would say June 21st, innit? It's open again, but I'm not too sure. I can't put all my hopes on it. You know what I mean? But hopefully it's outside's back open, like fully, properly. You know what I'm saying? And people can get back to enjoying and networking and socializing, you know what I'm saying, and just being in the physical, like, you know what I mean, instead of this internet page, this, you know what I'm saying, like, do it properly, you know what I'm saying, and it's missed, man. Like you take little things for granted, like, you know what I'm saying, like just being outside in the fresh air, you know what I'm saying, or having this human interaction, you know what I'm saying. We take little things like that for granted, fam. Like, how long have we been locked down for? Like now, over a year.
So I think it's like 15 months.
15 months, I'm saying.
Yeah, 14 months.
14 months. It's literally, it's crazy, fam. It's crazy. It's
kind of mad. We've become like closer mates over lockdown as well. We're just kind of.
But that's what it is, though. That's the upside of it, because, like I said earlier, I've been collaborating with the creatives such as yourself. We're knocking ideas together. You know what I mean, and we're just going back and forth. So that's been a blessing in that aspect. You know what I mean, and I feel like everyone has had, like I said earlier, everyone's had the time to sit with themselves and. If you're normally working at the house, you've had time to spend time with the family, the kids, you know what I mean? I've had more time with the kids, the missus, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's been nice. But it can't go on forever, mate.
Nah, it has to stop.
It can't go on forever.
But and like there's some people as well, like have had it like proper just shielded off. It's like a completely different world, and now it's like coming out of like a basement and the sun's like shining in your eyes, you know. It's like that, isn't it? It's like coming into a new world. But the good thing, I think, is like people take sort of now. I think there's going to be a lot of good art coming out because it's kind of like, right. Let's just do or die kind of situation.
Yeah, I think everyone. Well, a lot of people I'm around have kind of discovered a hustle within themselves, you know what I'm saying, and that's been good to see. Like, man, I started up little businesses. My brother's just got just doing his food thing, seafood thing. You know, it's going well. Brethren's doing like fashion designers, clothing stuff. You know what I mean. We're seeing more singers, more artists. You know what I mean. Dancers doing their thing. Like, it's just people are discovering their creativity, their creativeness, and that's been good to see all over the net, all over the world, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's that's been good to see, man. And hopefully it continues, you know what I mean, when we go back outside and we can get to the concerts and we can go. That's another thing I've missed, going to like shows and watching man perform and me performing myself, you know what I'm saying? It's you miss them things, fam. You miss them things, man. And it's even when we used to go out and have a drink on the town, you know what I'm saying? Like, them times there was nice, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So hopefully we'll get back to it, man, and we just continue to what we're doing, man, and still have that drive, and you get what I'm saying? Yeah,
big time. And like even like tonight, walking through town, it's lively. But everyone's sitting outside in the cold.
You know what? I can't do that. You know, I can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd rather wait till we can get really outside and be in the clubs and be in the bars and go for restaurants and that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, big time.
I can't do the outside thing. You know, sitting outside unless it's a nice day. It's a nice day.
Yeah, it's lovely. This is a No Blacks, No Irish podcast, right?
Mm-hmm. No Blacks, No Irish, man.
Just not explain the title on it.
We don't need to. We don't need to know what it is.
Figure out what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're just gonna do it like every couple of weeks and just chat.
Yeah, hopefully we're gonna get to it every fortnight, and we're just gonna, just have a good reason, man, a good old chat, good old chinwag. talk about topics, what's going off in the world, you know what I mean? Delve into stories about ourselves and where we're coming from, you know what I'm saying? And just this is what's needed, man. Like grown folk talk, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Grown folk talk, man, and talk about real life issues, man. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of, right, right, I'm interested to ask you this. Yeah, I read in like preparation for this. I was thinking about addiction. I was thinking about creativity. Yeah, and how they are definitely linked. I can feel it. I'm addicted to a number of things.
Me too.
Yeah, and like the list keeps getting bigger the more like things that are out there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, I didn't even know that
finding
existed.
out, yeah, just finding out, like, yo, that's me.
Yeah, you can go from finding out about something to being addicted within 2 days.
Within 2 days, bro. Like it's addiction, fam. It's a serious thing, fam. And you know it's a serious thing when you're addicted to something, like you've just said, and you don't even know you're addicted to it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't even know that you're addicted to it, fam. Like, obviously, I've got an addictive personality, fam. Like, that's just who I am, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Creative people have addictive personalities.
Like I said, because I think, like, with creators, I think that they think different. They think out of the box, you know what I mean? They're always, me, I can speak for myself. I'm always trying to look at the room differently, you know what I'm saying? And that's just with the creative mind. Like, I'm trying to... People will see like an empty room, but I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to fill up the room, even in an empty room, you know what I'm saying? So that's a creative mind. So with addictiveness now, like it's, fam, the mind's always going to be on it, fam. Like your mind's always thinking on it, you know what I'm saying? So like gambling now, I'm addicted to, I've got a gambling addiction, fam. Like I'm playing cards every day with the man, then, fam. Lose this, I've lost about $1,000 in 3 days, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying? One day I'm up 500 quid, the next day I'm down $1,000, fam. Like, that's how it goes though, innit? Right. But like I said earlier, it's that urge. I get that urge. I love the rush. I love to know, like, I love playing the game. Like, is it gonna come for me? Is it not? It's that urge. It's that rush. You know what I'm saying? And I've got apps on my phone, like Sky Bet apps and Tombola apps. You know what I'm saying? It's mad.
Yeah, and when you support Arsenal, man, you shouldn't place bets either.
Yo, fam, right now, that's a different episode, bro. I'm gonna talk about them down the line, man. Right now, not doing me proud. But yeah, just talking about this addiction thing, like social media, fam. Man, wake up, man can't come off their phone. Like I'm scared to look how many hours I've done do on my phone, bro. Just like yo, mate, I don't want to look at it, fam, because I know, like I put in hours, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's taken away creativity, real productive time, you know what I mean? To do real productive things, you know what I'm saying? Like being on your phone or gambling or, you know what I mean? It can ruin lives, man. It can actually ruin lives, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you have to, if you've got an addiction out there, fam, you have to kind of try and put a lid on it and contain it, and don't be afraid to speak to people as well. That's why I reached out to people, fam. Like I put a post up on Facebook and
sick.
It surprised me how much people are going through this thing, you know what I'm saying? This addiction. I'm surprised that people are suffering with addiction, fam. Like, the amount of people that reached out to me saying, yo, I thought it was just me. You know what I'm saying? The lockdown don't help because you've got time on your hands and you're in your house and, you know what I'm saying? It's one of them, but you have to speak to people. You have to, if you're gonna play the games, if you're gonna do what you're doing, you have to try and put a lid on it, you know, put a cap on it. And just, you know what I mean, just take it easy because, like I said, it can ruin lives, bro. It can end lives. It's happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It was sick when you did that because it was like a lot of people sort of look to you, respect you, and so when you're doing that, it's kind of like, yeah, right. Let's not mess around anymore. There's no point in being like hard and like trying to hide something.
Yeah, that's dead, Derry. Derry, that's dead. Like a lot of people, like nobody's perfect out here, fam. Everyone goes through the ups and downs, fam. Like, nobody lives a perfect life, bro. Like, we all feel emotions. We've all been sad. We've all been angry. We've all been frustrated. We've all been impatient. We've all felt joy. You know what I'm saying? So it's part of life. You have to be sad because if you wasn't sad, you wouldn't be happy. It's the same thing, just two ends of the stick. You know what I'm saying? So you have to feel sadness to feel happiness, and you have to feel happiness to feel sadness. So it's part of it. It's just about being aware of yourself and being aware of the situation and try and cap it or put a lid on it. You know what I'm saying? If you can stop, that's beautiful. But like I said, Derek, I enjoy the game.
Yeah, man.
I enjoy the game what we play. Yeah. We play a card game, called Pits, 3 cards, I was telling Luke, I was trying to show Luke how to play, but they weren't interested. But yeah, I actually enjoy the game, and it's mad. You know, I got an addiction because I can't play the game with no money involved.
Because there's a risk. you gotta have the risk.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's why I know, like, yo, this is it's a bit mad. I can't play. I don't want to play the game unless there's a little that urge. You know what I mean? That rush. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta have it, man. Gotta have it. It's a joke. You can open them if you want. It's alright because they're like sneaking around there to open a beer. Like,
What's up the bears, man?
Yeah. Help yourself.
What's up the bears?
Yeah, man. That's it. It's like there is that. I have a feeling, that even if, like, say we were millionaires, say if we like got all the success, which, like, would you still gamble? Yeah, probably. Yeah, it'd be like
just a bigger level. Standard.
Just put more in.
Instead of like wasting hundreds of quids, man, I'm wasting grands, mate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just that rush, man. I think like, cause my mum told me that my granddad is not with us now. He's passed away years ago when I was young. But my mum told me like my granddad was a heavy gambler, fam. Like, you know what I mean? So it's in the genes. My cousin, my big cousin, heavy gambler, fam. He's the one that showed me about like certain apps and certain games. You get me? But he's on it. But I'm like, just, you know what I mean? But he's won big. So when you win big, you want it. You want to win big again.
Yeah, man.
When you win big, like 20 grand, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know that you can do that. It can happen for you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's the other end. Like when you're losing big. So it's a crazy thing, man.
Yeah, a chase.
It's a crazy thing. And a chase, man.
And all the time, like, this. Like, sometimes I feel like spending too much time on that shit. It's like, I've got other things to do. Want to make films. Want to like write music or do something.
But that's why I think we're blessed, though. That's why I think we're kind of blessed in that aspect, because, like you're saying, you make films. You're a movie maker, and you've got that gift. And I'm a writer, and I've got that gift. So that is kind of a lifesaver, because there's people out there that haven't found their gift,
man,
and they're suffering with addiction. You know what I'm saying? And all their time goes to the addiction. You know what I'm saying? So when at least we get a bit of peace of mind when we're doing the thing we love, like when you're making movies and you're directing and you're writing scripts or you're doing whatever you do, you're getting peace of mind. You're not delving into your addictiveness. You know what I'm saying? Or same with me. Like when I'm writing, I know I'm good because that's what I'm being creative, you know what I mean, in a positive way, you know what I'm saying, and I can, you know what I'm saying. So that's what I try and do. I just try and write. I just try and write to bide my time, like, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I try and write, man. I just try and, you know what I mean, collab with people who are other creatives, and just try and be more, you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's
more creative, man.
It's good, man, and I think like the only trouble is in this country, like they don't respect like creativity below a threshold.
Yeah.
So say like there's some people who have these addictions and they've got to like work in jobs which aren't creative or whatever, and we've all been there. It's like it's a waste of time. And but if creativity had more value, like if they say, right, let's value creativity, let's invest more in creative.
I think it's coming though, you know. I think it's on. I get what you're saying, 100%.
Yeah.
I think it's on the rise. I think it's on the rise. Like creativity's being looked at now, and it's kind of getting a little value to it now. So it's just positioning yourself in the right space and to be seen. You know what I mean? And just keep being creative. Like obviously, creativity is for self, innit? It's for self, and it's a bonus if anybody likes it and can relate to it and resonates with it. First of all, it's for self, but secondly, it's nice when people you see like fans like singing your tunes or reaching out to you like, yo, you helped me get through this, you've helped me. I had a message yesterday, a guy in Wales like saying, yo, I helped him, you know what I mean? He's going through, he thought about the mad thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. But obviously he resonated with a couple of my tunes, and it's like it's got him through like the dark space. You get what I'm saying? That's priceless, fam. Like that's no money can't buy that feeling. You know what I'm saying? No money can't. That's life changing shit, fam. Like, you know what I mean? Knowing that you've helped a man who was gonna do the lights out thing was like your music's kind of got him through. You know what I'm saying? So it's always a bonus, man. When your art's being appreciated and loved. But like I said, on the business side of things, I feel like the more creative, the more I think it's gonna be there. It's gonna get in there. Even some of these, like I don't want to put no one in a box, but even some of these artists now, real roadman artists, are getting creative in their things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're getting mad creative in their videos and the way how they're writing and collaborating with different. It's not just all the same narrative. You know what I mean? They're trying to think outside the box, and that's a good sign.
Yeah, people like seeing it as well. The audiences like it. They're like, oh, that's kind of different.
That's different.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's different, man.
Yeah, I read a quote yesterday, and like someone said like creativity is when you find two things that are like completely like opposed, or like don't really work together. You combine them and make it work, and that's all it is.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It could be like more than two things, but it's like just the combination of stuff.
That's a good way of looking at it. Still, that's a good way of looking at it. Like, creativity is just amazing. I love the process. I love the process of it. Like, just writing.
What is the process then?
Yeah, you know what I love? Okay, my process is like, I'll get a beat. It starts with the beat. No, it's mad because I've got different processes. In fact, like, I could be driving in the whip and I could see something. I could see a bus or something, and a line will just come in my head, and that's the start. You know what I'm saying? I'm going off that now. I'm gonna make a whole, like them bears there. I could see them bears, and that's it. That's the concept. The bears. We're gonna make a whole tune about the bears now. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I work. And then obviously I will try and find a beat that I'm feeling, and it gets me in the zone. And then from there, it's just a snowball effect. From it's like an avalanche coming down. It gets bigger. The vibe's getting bigger and bigger, and then boom, we record, and then it gets even bigger. We perform, and that's the climax. The performing on the stage, from the bears to the studio to the stage, and then people showing you love and singing it back to you. It's like, yo, this is crazy. It started from an idea about the bears, but now they're singing it back to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful process, man. Creativity is beautiful, man. You can't. It's life saving, fam. It saved my life being creative, fam. Because I could have easily went left. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was around some real dangerous men, dangerous set of people who do dangerous things. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are on dangerous things. And I could have easily followed that path, but because the creativity was shouting at me from inside me, I couldn't ignore it.
For real, man.
I couldn't ignore it. You know what I mean? And I kind of, you know.
More people should. Like, more people have got that feeling. Like,
yeah, of course.
Even if they feel like it's hard, even if they feel like it's a bit weird.
Yeah,
it don't matter.
Of course.
Yeah.
If it's shouting at you, you can't ignore it because that's painful. Like, you're hurting yourself. Like, if your creativity is like, yo, everyone knows that feeling, what I'm talking about, like that urge to do what you really want to do. You can't ignore it because you're kidding yourself. You're playing yourself, brother, or sister. You're kidding yourself. Just listen to yourself, man, and lean towards it and give it a try. Because a lot of people procrastinate great ideas, but don't follow through, don't execute, don't follow through. That's hurtful. That's painful, man. Go and give it a try. Don't be scared to fail, man.
That's sick. Let's end it there. That's half an hour.
Is that half an hour?
Yeah, that's sick.
No,
that's a good place.
Irish.
Yeah, that's a great way to end it.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna do a few of these, aren't we? And then we're gonna try some different things.
Yeah. We've got a few ideas, a few creative ideas that we're gonna get some characters in here, you know what I mean, and just see how everyone's feeling, man. Knock energies and see how everyone's, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's how it goes, man.
It'd be great. So, yeah, if you got anything at the moment that you want to like talk about in terms of like anything coming up, or just not at the moment?
No, not really. Just stay tuned for the episodes, man. We're just warming in. This is the introduction, obviously. Myself, Jah Digga. We got big boy Derry over here. You know what I mean? This is for the people, man. You know what I mean? We just wanna just talk, man. And the topics that we don't talk about, that aren't talked about, we wanna talk about them. You know what I mean? So, people, man, like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and rock with us, man. This is the start of a journey, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel it.
That's it, brother.
That's it. All right, man. All right. See you soon, then.
Yes.
Let's wrap it up there. Nice.
I ain't like these loose brothers, chilling in my truth, brother. Yeah.